There was something that Skip said that I hadn't really known about, I guess. I mean, he said if you Google crazy postal lady, videos that I published at YouTube of postal service workers stalking me is like show up. And they do. I mean, people have taken them, even though they're copyrighted. People have taken them and republished them and added comments to them and that sort of thing. I mean, but they don't. I'm not attacking anyone. You know, I am never the antagonist in these situations. I mean, there's like people who stalk me, people who harass me. There have been people who have threatened me. You know, I am never ever starting any of this conflict ever. And this guy in particular. This guy who stalked me in my housing development, and I confronted him, and I was, you know, I was not threatening to him. I was. I told him how I felt. I told him how I felt about the way he was treating me, and then he went into the office and told them what I told them. Whatever it is he told them, and this situation with this guy stalking me was one of the things that the property management wrote in their had the law firm who works for them write about in the eviction letter to me. So I mean, it is so totally obvious from just the hundreds and hundreds of videos that I published that I'm being stalked all the time. I'm being stalked all the time. I'm being stalked by the Postal Service. I'm being stalked by UPS. I'm being stalked by FedEx. You know, I mean, these are lies. It's a lie. It's a lie that this is not happening to me. And this is something that was first showed up from a Google search of my name a few months ago. I noticed that, and I reported it and asked that it be removed. This is a search of my name. I don't ever try to cause things to show up from searches of my name. You know, I never do that. Other people do it. But this is something that I it's just something that they had a different picture here before. They showed a picture of a girl with, you know, looking back over her shoulder with both hands in front of her, and it said something like I got high on autism and started throwing my poo at people, and now nobody will talk to me, that sort of thing. And it's just, I mean, I mean, the thing, maybe I don't even want to know what it is that people say about me that they don't tell me. I mean, I can see the things that the conglomerate does say about me, and I can see the effects of whatever the rumors are that various people, you know, just like I'm the way that I'm treated by total strangers, and then there's this, right? Apparently, I mean, I don't know, has this actually gotten disabled? Because that's not a bad thing. That is definitely not a bad thing. I mean, the entire purpose of this blog was to abuse me, just to publicly abuse me, to bully me, and for people who want to cyber stalk me or stalk me in person to all be able to abuse me together. I mean, they think it's hysterical. They think it's absolutely hilarious, right? I mean, my blogs get censored, they get destroyed. YouTube deletes videos that show people threatening me, physically threatening me, and tells me that I'm the one who was inappropriate. It was an inappropriate video, and then they issue strikes against my blog, and then they will even disable the blog. I mean, it's just the proof of what's happening to me is something that the conglomerate, you know, really pretty frequently refuses to allow me to publish, or gives me, you know, a difficult time about publishing, that sort of thing. And the reason I don't know, maybe they finally did something about this blog. But it was just, you know, just months of abuse, and then finally there was. Oh, well, here's this picture from before. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see where it is here. Yeah. This guy who was like had a picture named rape nigger was the picture, the name of the picture that he put with his post. And then I think maybe it finally got disabled because of that, because I mentioned it. Right, but it's still there. Right? He's asking for my address. So this is the sort of thing that the conglomerate apparently just doesn't actually have a problem with, right? But my publishing videos, when I actually get physically threatened by people, that's somehow unacceptable according to YouTube, and it issues strikes against my blogs and threatens to disable the blog, and it often has disabled blogs when I have shown that people have been stalking me, you know, and things get to be even worse than they usually are, right? I mean, it's like, oh, and it looks like they are just planning they are not worried about being able to be able to write this blog again, apparently. Although they should never be able to. This is the sort of thing you shouldn't be allowed. It's one thing, to have a blog where you're talking, where you're just even if you nothing that you're saying has any value whatsoever, and you're just being nasty. It's I think at a certain point it crosses the line. It's kind of silly. There isn't really a reason for it. And if it starts to affect the person's quality of life for no reason, it's the sort of thing that people should deal with. I mean, there are laws against harming people with the things that you say. Really harming people with the things that you say. I mean, criticism that is constructive criticism, that is about really truly bad things that someone is doing. That's one thing. But just the blogs that are created to encourage people to abuse someone, to cyberbully them, to stalk them, to cyberstalk them, to stalk them in person, to say horrible things about them and spread rumors about them. And certainly things like just setting up a place for someone to even be able to ask the question, where does she live and what's her address, and the person is like identifying themselves, like calling, say, with the picture that says rape nigger, then that's the sort of blog that should just be removed from the internet, and that's all there is to it.